This is my first time vlogging for today. It's probably around, I'd say 4-ish right now. Oh, sorry. I won't pet you. I apologize. So I was telling Andrew my plans for decorating in here. And by in here, I mean the house, because this is the whole house. And this was the other day. So I was telling Andrew the other day about my plans to decorate the house. And I was telling him that I was probably going to put, oh gosh, you can't even see them. You know my little pot figures that are on the windowsill? I'm sure I've showed you before. I have all the supernatural ones, well, almost all of them. I need to get the Cass with the angel wings, and probably Leviathan Cass, and I need to get Dean in his FBI suit. I think that's all of them. I have Sam, Casual Sam, FBI Sam, Casual Dean, French Mistake Cass, Crowley, and Charlie. And I think that covers all of them. Mine and the ones I want. And so I was telling Andrew that I was probably going to put them away and put something else there, because that's what I typically do, is I replace decorations with Christmas decorations. He's like, no, leave those there. I like having them out because, you know, we gotta have something nerdy out. I'm like, alright, but I want to make them Christmassy. He's like, well, you could crochet them scarves. And he was joking, obviously. But I took it to heart. And I crocheted scarves. I'm making little mini scarves for all 6 of them. I've made 3 so far. Look at that. Oh, so cute. I did it with Christmas colors because I already had the yarn. And I'm going to put these little scarves around them. And how about that, Andrew? So, I'm pretty proud of myself. So I'm going to leave them out, but they're going to be Christmassy with little, you know, Christmassy scarves. So there we go. And look, they'll even match our little wine bottle decorations. I feel like I should do something for Darcy, get him like a little, oh, he would hate a Santa hat, like a shirt or something. A little Christmassy sweater. Oh, that'd be so cute. They probably have them at the pet store. I'll have to find one for him. Or Amazon. Anyways, today is the 28th, I believe. It's Thursday. Yeah, because... Wait. The 29th? Today's Thursday the 29th, I guess, because Friday would be the 30th, and that means Halloween is on the 31st, which is Saturday. I thought it was the 28th. Cool. It's the 29th. And I'm decorating for Christmas on the 1st, which is Sunday. So I only have like 3 more days. All today, all tomorrow, all of Saturday. But we're going to a party, so I don't even have to be concerned. And then Sunday I get to decorate Christmas decorations, huh, honey? Yeah, you're like, why, Mom? Why? You came into our house when we had Christmas decorations up, so that's gonna be like deja vu, if you actually remember it. Because when we got him, Andrew got him for me for Christmas last year, but he got him early, on like the first week of December. I didn't know about it, so he just like, he comes in the house, and Justin had the puppy at the time. He was holding on to him in the other room, and I was in the room probably wrapping Christmas presents with Jamie, and Andrew's like, alright, so I have your Christmas present. I'm like, oh cool, because he said that he was going to go Christmas shopping and it was really late. He was gone for hours. So I was like, wow, he's back late. He's like, but I'm going to have to give it to you a little bit early, alright? I'm like, okay. And he'd been hyping up this Christmas present for a long time. He's like, okay, I have to give it to you early. I'm like, alright, sure. So he brings in a puppy. He was so little. Darcy was so little. He was 7 weeks old. It turns out he wasn't actually supposed to be away from his mom at the time, but the people were already selling him. So Andrew went to Tacoma, which was like an hour and a half away, and picked up Mr. Darcy here. Yeah, honey. Like, got him for me when he was just so little. He couldn't even eat hard food at the time. He had to eat like soft canned food. We tried to give him hard food and he wouldn't eat it. He had a hard time. So we put water in it at first, a little bit to soften it up, and then we got him some canned food. But he was such a little baby. And he's had this collar since we got him. We just had to loosen it a bit. I love you. Let me scoot this out of the way so you don't step on it. So when we brought him in the house, there was Christmas decorations up already. So this is gonna be like that. Except it's a different house. He's been a trooper. He's moved to two different houses since we've had him. And then we're gonna go back again to the manufactured home for a while. And then we're gonna buy a new house. And he's probably still gonna be alive when we move to another new house. He's been good. And I think he will stay being good. I love you. This will be the longest he's been out of the house since he's been born. Because he was at the house with his, brothers and sisters for just like 7 weeks. Did you see that fruit fly? He was staring at it. And then he was at our house for about 5 months at our old house, and then at the manufactured home for only 2 months, and then we've been here 4 months already. So he's already almost been here longer than he has at the other house, which is crazy. I can't believe that we've already been here 4 months. At the same time, it feels like it's been way longer than 4 months. Time's weird like that. Like, we lived here longer than we did the old house. And sometimes I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Sometimes I'm like, what? We only lived at the old house for 2 months before we came here? Wow, he's so proper right now. Hello, sir. Sorry, I'll keep petting you. But it's weird thinking about how long we've been here in this tiny little space. But, it usually doesn't feel like a tiny little space. Like, it seems it's fine for us. We don't really get sick of each other very often. And if we do, then, I'll go lay in bed and Andrew will be in his office and we can't see each other, and so it's like we're in other rooms. If we both have headphones in, completely separated. Darcy, don't bite. But we get along well, me and Andrew and Darcy. And so this little apartment's fine for us. I mean, we were used to bigger houses. Our mother-in-law suite that we were living in was like 1,600 square feet, thereabouts. But part of that was a really big storage room way in the back that was unfinished, and part of that was this pretty big, probably around the size of this whole room, the bedroom and living room area, that we designated it as an entryway because it was a really awkward room. There was no logical way to put in furniture or anything, so we put the piano in there. Because I have a piano from like 1909 that was my grandparents', and then it was at my parents' house, and then I was the only one who really played it, and so my parents let me bring it. We really need to get it tuned and stuff because it's really cool. But so that was in there. We had like a little mirror table that had like co-hooks on it. It was an entry table type thing, and our bookshelves once we got those. So that room was lame, and Jamie lived in there for a few months. I can't remember exactly how long. There was an extra bed that was in the garage, I believe, and Jamie lived with us for a few months. And she had a little corner of that room with like a little nightstand and her bed and like a trunk. She kept stuff in, she kept stuff under the bed and stuff, so she had her little spot. And then once Andrew's grandparents moved out, she went upstairs, and then Haley lived with us for a couple months too. We had a lot of people living there. Jamie lived with us from, I think, August through December, and then Haley was like the beginning of October through December. Can't believe that was only a year ago. Actually, I think Haley lived there through January. and then we moved out in April. Yeah. Hi, Darcy. Yeah, so we had 1,600 square feet there, minus the 2 rooms. So we probably had 1,200 to 1,300 square feet of livable space, including 2 bathrooms, which was nice. And then at the manufactured home, it was 1,700 square feet. And so Andrew and I each had our own office. We had our big master bedroom, a walk-in closet, master bath, another bathroom, formal dining room, a huge kitchen, living room, and then there was a separate living area that we never really hung out in, but it had our bookshelves and then 2 couches and a TV tray, but we only ever hung out in there when we had company. And by company I mean like parents and grandparents and not friends, because when we had friends over we hung out in the TV area, TV living room, which is where Andrew and I hung out, and that was connected to the kitchen. I really liked that house. The only thing we didn't like was that it was kind of out in the boondocks, and so we had really slow internet, and we were also kind of far away from everybody except my parents. My parents were a lot closer because they kind of live out in the boondocks too. So we were less than 15 minutes away from my parents, which was nice, because at the mother-in-law apartment we were almost half an hour away, which is crazy because we were in the same city. We were just on complete opposite corners of town. And the manufactured home was owned by my grandparents, so they gave us a nice deal. But we got used to living, you know, in 1,600 to 1,700 square feet. And so when we moved to 450 square feet, it's a lot different. But I mean, it works out okay. But yeah, this room right here was like the same size as our bedroom at the, maybe a little bit bigger than our bedroom at the manufactured home. Yeah, that's weird. And now it's our bedroom and living room, and then our office. And when we're used to having, you know, 2 full offices for ourselves. We still have a walk-in closet though, which is kind of crazy, but it's a different kind. Like, it's different. It's not as much space as most normal walk-in closets, but I'm just contemplating life. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. So anyways, I'm excited to hang up Christmas decorations. Just put up Christmas decorations. I guess some of them we hung up. But yeah. Just playing with this toy. I think this toy is really weird, like it's hollow in the middle. You can actually see all the way through it. Let's see, there you go. You're supposed to put stuff in there, I guess. The lady at the pet store said that she put water and kibble in there and then froze it and then let her dog have it, which seems like a good idea, except for it would be good outside. Maybe if we locked him, you know, trapped him in the kitchen while I played with it, that'd be fine. Because it wouldn't make as much of a mess in there. Or it would, but we would clean it up easier. Yeah, so now that you have a rundown of my previous houses, I'll talk to you guys later.